Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We're well over a year into this pandemic, and for many of us, getting used to these Zoom meetings, we're getting used to these Zoom meetings like this one. Fortunately, it appears that the day when we can meet in person is not too far away. Until then, this is the best way to follow the provincial health officer's directives while still gathering to share information and answer questions. My name is Crystal Brown. I'm the Peace River Regional District's Electoral Area Manager. As well, we have a number of staff working behind the scenes tonight to make our Zoom meeting run smoothly and to make this virtual town hall meeting a success. The agenda for tonight is a presentation followed by a Q&A. We have an hour, so we have plenty of time for questions. The purpose of tonight's meeting is to share information with you about the Gotta Go Roadside Facility Service Establishment Bylaw and the alternate approval process. The meeting is part of our effort to inform residents and give them an opportunity to ask questions. Ultimately, what you're being asked is whether or not you support the PRRD adopting the Gotta Go Roadside Facility Service Establishment Bylaw without holding an assent vote. At this point, I want to let you know that you're muted and our chat function that allows you to ask questions is turned off. After the presentation, if you would like to ask a question, raise your hand in Zoom and our moderator will unmute you so you can ask your question. You can also ask questions using the chat function in Zoom at the end of the meeting. We'll do our best to answer the questions in the order in which they come in. Please be aware that this meeting is being recorded and will be posted to our website for people to watch who are unable to attend tonight. Let's begin. In 2017, the Northeast Economic Development Commission contracted a review of the rest area facilities along major transportation corridors throughout the Northeast. The review clearly identified the need for additional investment in the rest area portions of the road infrastructure in the region and noted that more facilities were needed for travelers heading up the Alaska Highway. The lack of restrooms located along the Alaska Highway means that the traveling public is reliant upon businesses and lodge owners located along the highway. To address the gap in roadside facilities, the PRRD partnered with the Northern Rockies Regional Municipality, Ministry of Transportation and Infrastructure, Public Services and Procurement Canada, and Northern BC Tourism Association to conduct a pilot project located at kilometer 13, known as the Trutch location. This site consists of 2 standard outhouses, garbage cans, picnic tables, a cellular booster, and a Drive BC camera. Based on the success of the pilot, the PRD and Gotta Go partners are looking to expand the pilot project to include 2 more locations. The map in front of you shows the boundaries of the participating service area. As you can see, the Gotta Go service area includes Electoral Area B, the District of Taylor, the District of Hudson Hope, the District of Chetwynd, and the District of Tumbler Ridge. The PRRD is looking to establish a service known as Gotta Go that will allow the PRRD to construct, operate, and maintain outhouses in the PRRD and provide grant and aid to nonprofits and government agencies for the construction, operations, and maintenance of roadside facilities. The Gotta Go initiative will improve public safety, promote tourism and history, fill a need for public infrastructure, and support a key objective in the 10-year Northeastern BC Destination Development Strategy, which notes the importance of improving roadside facilities along the Alaska Highway to support tourism. Gotta Go roadside facilities will include wheelchair-accessible washroom amenities, picnic benches, garbage cans, tourist information kiosks, signage for safety and emergency management, and increased communication capacity through the use of cellular boosters. The Gotta Go partners include the Peace River Regional District, the Northern Rockies Regional Municipality, the Ministry of Transportation and Infrastructure, Public Services and Procurement Canada, and Northern BC Tourism Association. It should be noted that earlier this year, the Gotta Go partners signed a Memorandum of Understanding outlining guiding principles and roles and responsibilities for the Gotta Go project and established a coordinated approach for developing, maintaining, and funding Gotta Go roadside facilities. The Gotta Go locations include Trutch, which is located at kilometer 319 of the Alaska Highway, Sickany Hill, which is kilometer 250 of the Alaska Highway, and Steamboat, which is kilometer 536 of the Alaska Highway. The proposed budget for this new service is comprised of the following expenses: operation and maintenance costs for the outhouses at Trutch and Sickanee Hill locations, annual operation and maintenance costs for the cellular booster that's currently located at the Trutch location, development, operation, and maintenance of a cellular booster at the Sickanee Hill location, if required, development and maintenance of security infrastructure, such as fencing at the Trutch and Sickanee location, if required, and repair and replacement costs as needed. The maximum yearly requisition for this service is $300,000, and if approved, the budget and taxes for this new service will begin in 2022. If Gotta Go receives the approval of the electors, funding for the service can come from a variety of sources. That will include local taxes from the participating service area, provincial and federal government contributions, and grants. The Ministry of Transportation and Infrastructure has donated the outhouses at the Trutch location and will be providing a financial contribution to be used towards the establishment of new sites. Public Service and Procurement Canada has installed the outhouses, provided picnic benches, garbage cans, and solar panels, paved the polo, and purchased the Drive BC camera at the Trutch location, and will be providing a further contribution towards the cost of the Sickanee and Steamboat locations. The Northern Rockies Regional Municipality will maintain the outhouses, hold and manage the maintenance trust, hold and manage all contracts, and cover operational expenses at Steamboat. Northern BC Tourism is coordinating the development of a corridor experience master plan for the Alaska Highway, and they are developing the content and design of the signage and kiosks at each of the Gotta Go locations. The PRD has installed and is maintaining a cellular booster at the Trutch location, and if Gotta Go receives the support of the electors, will be responsible for ongoing and maintenance costs for both the outhouses and cellular boosters at the Trutch and Sickanee locations. The Gotta Go partners have also received a grant in the amount of $285,000 from the Northern Development Initiative Trust to go towards the construction and operation of all three sites. And just over $1 million has been awarded to Northern BC Tourism for the Great Northern Circular Signage Initiative, which will fund installation of comprehensive signages and kiosks at the Gotta Go locations. So what will this mean for my taxes? The estimated residential rate for the first year is $0.0249 per $1,000 on land and improvements. So what does this mean? If approved, the new service will result in a tax increase for the property owners within the proposed participating service areas. The tax increase will be as follows. If the value of your land and improvements is estimated at $250,000, the estimated cost per year for you would be $6.22. If your value of your land and improvements is about $500,000, the estimated cost per year for you would be about $12.45. If the value of your land and improvements is estimated at $750,000, the estimated cost for you would be approximately $18.68 a year. For more information regarding the estimated tax increase for your property, please visit the Gotta Go Roadside Facilities Cost Calculator located at the Gotta Go Have Your Say webpage. So what is the alternative approval process? The PRD is using the alternative approval process, or AAP, to seek the approval of the electors for the proposed Gotta Go service. AAP is an option that local governments may use to seek approval from the public for things like boundary expansions and new services. AAPs help local governments understand whether or not the community views a matter as significant and warrants being taken to an assent voting for broader citizen engagement. In an AAP, if more than 10% of the eligible electors submit an elector response form, the issue is considered significant, and the local government cannot proceed without conducting an assent vote. AAPs require that eligible electors sign and submit an elector response form if they object to the service being approved without holding an assent vote process. So how would you participate in the PRRD's Gotta Go AAP? If you approve of the PRD adopting the Gotta Go bylaw without doing an assent vote, no action is required. If you're opposed to the PRRD adopting the Gotta Go bylaw without holding an assent vote, you may submit an elector response form to the corporate officer on or before 4:30 on July 30th, 2021. Elector response forms must be submitted to the PRRD using the approved elector response form, which must be completed in full and signed by the elector. Response forms will be accepted by mail, email, fax, or in person. Forms can be obtained from the PRRD website, from the PRRD offices in Dawson Creek and Fort St. John, and at the municipal offices in Hudson Hope, Taylor, Chetwynd, and Tumbler Ridge. When the AAP for Gotta Go is complete, if less than 10% of eligible electors, which in this case equals 796 electors, submit and sign elector response form, elector assents will be deemed to be given and the bylaw will be brought forward to the board for adoption. So who can submit an elector response form? The voting requirements for an AAP is the same as a general election. You're entitled to submit an elector response form if you're 18 years of age or older and are a Canadian citizen and a resident of BC for at least 6 months and are a resident of either Hudson Hope, Chetwynd, Taylor, Tumbler Ridge, or Electoral Area B for at least 30 days before signing the form, and not disqualified under the Local Government Act or any other enactment from voting in an election or otherwise disqualified by law. If you do not reside in, but own property in the participating service area, you're eligible to submit an electoral response form under the following criteria. You're not entitled to register as a resident voter. You're a Canadian citizen, 18 years of age and older, and resident of BC for at least 6 months, and you're the registered owner of real property within Hudson Hope, Chetwynd, Taylor, Tumbler Ridge, or Electoral Area B for at least 30 days, and you are not disqualified from voting in the election by the Local Government Act. Further, if there are multiple owners of a parcel of land, only one person may represent the majority of the owners as the eligible non-resident property elector. Please note that corporations are not entitled to submit an electoral response form. So that's all that I have for you right now. So we're going to take your questions. To review how asking questions in Zoom works, at this point you're muted. If you called into the meeting, press *9 to unmute yourself, state your name, and ask your question clearly. If you're logged into via Zoom, use the raise hand feature or the chat function. Please note that submitted questions will be reviewed by the moderator before they're submitted. Please try to avoid speaking over others and be curious. Depending upon how many questions we get, we'll do our best to answer them in the order in which they come. Thank you, everyone, and we're ready to answer questions.
Hello. Hello.
Hey. Hi, we can hear you.
I have a question regarding the dollar amount you mentioned. You said $6 on the 200,000, $12 on 400, and so on. Is this based on the assessed value of the property? And
yes.
improvements?
Yes, that would be based on the BC assessment value of your land and property.
Okay. Now, the next question is that are you considering, I'm not sure how to word this, if the land is under cultivation, that obviously bumps the value up, the assessed value. So I guess I probably answered my question. It's based on the assessed value, period.
Yes.
That's correct. Yes. Okay. That's my question. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Anyone else have any questions? I don't see any hands raised yet. Okay, we'll just give it a few minutes in case there's people out there that are thinking of their questions. And while we're waiting, I'll just take a reminder to let everybody know that the assent process closes on July 30th, 2021. And you can get all of the information from our PRRD and Fort Dawson Creek and Fort St. John office. And we have the information on our webpage as well. So if you have any questions or you don't know how to find the information, just feel free to call us at 250-784-3200. Okay, I don't hear anything coming in, and I don't see anything coming in, so I just want to thank everyone for your participation tonight, and we hope we've given you some good information. And like I said, you can see all of the information on our website, and this video will be posted, so you have a chance to go back and review it later. And I guess everyone have a good night and stay safe.